Every nightmare begins with a whisper. You're listening to Once Upon a Mic, where true horror finds a voice. Today's horror story is about the Whisper Game. There are games you play to pass time. There are games you play to win. And then there are games that play you. This one, it whispers your name. And when it does, you're never the same again. 4 teenagers, 1 condemned building, and a secret that begged to be spoken. It was all because of something they saw on Reddit, a thread buried beneath layers of creepypasta, and you won't believe this TikToks. A game, a whisper, a challenge. The Whisper Game. Played at 3:03 a.m. in a place where someone had died. That was the rule. Turn off the lights. Light a single black candle. Say your full name out loud. And then listen. If you heard whispering, you mustn't reply. You must never whisper back. But if you did, well, the thread never said what happened next, just that no one ever whispered twice. They chose St. Elora's Hospital, an asylum turned charnel house after a fire in 1987. The city had bricked up the lower floors, but kids still broke in for dares, for drugs and for stories. Kara led the group. Goth eyeliner, sardonic smile, always the first to say yes to danger. Behind her, Malcolm, tall and quiet, with eyes too old for 17. Then came Joy, whose name didn't match her face. Anxious, pale, always biting her thumb. And last, Dex, the class clown, who wore bravado like a second skin. They found the old trauma ward by flashlight. Cracked tile, mildew on the walls, a rusted wheelchair in the corner. Graffiti smeared over what was once a mirror. It was perfect. They lit the black candle in a jar they stole from the occult shop downtown. Kara drew the circle with chalk, thick and smudged. Joy trembled. Dex laughed. Malcolm said nothing. Okay, said Kara. Everyone say your full name. One by one, they obey. Kara Elise Morrigan, Dexter Paul Handy, Joy Lynn Bennett, Malcolm Rourke Bishop. The flame flickered. Nothing. Then they heard it. A soft sound, like breath against a grave. Shh. Then words. Kari, tell me your secret. Tell me your secret. She froze. Dex turned pale. Did you hear? Dex. Joy whimpered, "It knows our names." But Malcolm, quiet, steady, quiet Malcolm, leaned forward, lips parted. The whisper thickened, twisted like hot breath in your ear and someone else's tongue in your thoughts. Malcolm whispered back, just one word. No one knew what he said, and in that moment, the flame died. The flashlight came back on. The candle was blackened, the circle broken. The air was colder, not chilled, hollow, as if something had left with them, or worse, followed them. They didn't speak about it. Not in the car, not the next day at school. Malcolm stopped coming to class. Dex tried texting him, but no reply. Kara tried going to his house. No one answered the door, but she swore the curtains moved. And then Joy heard the dream. She was in the hospital again, only it was wrong. The walls pulsed, the shadows moved, the knot flickered, breathed. The chalk circle was there, but it wasn't chalk. It was made of teeth, thousands of tiny baby teeth, forming the same smudge ring. Malcolm stood in the center, whispering into the black flame, and something was whispering back. Joy screamed and woke to find the teeth in her bed. Human, small, still wet with blood. Dex laughed it off, called it post-traumatic goth bullshit. He even made a TikTok mocking the game. That night, his mother found him in the bathtub, eyes wide open, mouth stuffed with wax. The tongue was missing. On the mirror smeared in blood, he whispered back. Kara tried burning the candle, shouting her name, apologizing, but the whisper didn't want an apology. It wanted confession. Each night it returned, not just in her ears, in the walls, in the static of her phone, in the gurgle of the toilet. She tried to write it down, but every word on the page turned to one phrase. Say it. Say it. So she did. She whispered back and felt something slide into her, like a wet, invisible serpent coiling down her throat and into her soul. When she looked in the mirror, her reflection didn't move. It smiled. Long before she did, Joy went back to the hospital. She brought holy water, salt, and a knife. She found the trauma ward darker than before. The chalk circle wasn't gone. It was graved into the floor. The candle was there again, still burning, and Malcolm was waiting. No eyes, just holes where they used to be, leaking soot. His lips stitched with black thread. He didn't speak, but Joy heard him. In her head she heard him. Joy, 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 Nas. She screamed, ran, but not fast enough. The whisper caught her. Kara vanished. Joy's body was found a week later in the same ward. Chalk circle, black candle, and a message carved into her chest. One whispered, one watched, one listened, and one obeyed. Police dismissed it as a cult killing. TikTok turned it into a thread. Now kids across the country are whispering their names in the dark, chasing clout, likes, and viral fame. But some don't post again. Some leave only audio. And if you listen closely, just before the static, you can hear it, soft, seductive, ancient, saint. The whisper game doesn't care about the truth. It feeds on the secrets. Yours are already known. All it wants now is your voice. So, if you're ever alone at 3:03 a.m. and the candle flickers and the voice calls your name, don't whisper back. Don't even breathe. Because once you do, you're already theirs. If you survived this tale, subscribe for more true horror stories shared every week. Have a nightmare of your own? Drop it in the comments, and you might just hear your fear come to life. Once upon a mic.